The gentleman from Louisiana, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Inch, thank you for being here. I'm going to speak quickly because I have a lot I was going to try to squeeze in. I wanted to pick up on where my colleague, Congresswoman Demings, left off on the augmentation practice. It's a great concern to us. Man, this mic is hot, sorry. Augmentation, as it's been explained, is when the agency authorizes non-custody officers to step in and fill vacant posts of correctional officers. This is nurses, counselors, maintenance crews employed in a federal prison asked to step in and perform the duties of a correctional officer. Would you agree that this creates a dangerous situation for those employees?
No.
We're asking nurses, counselors, kitchen staff, non-custody officers to guard inmates all alone. They're equipped only with keys, a radio, and handcuffs. Typically, the guards are outnumbered by 100 to 150 inmates, and you say that's not a dangerous situation?
Representative Johnson, again, this issue is a very important issue, and staff safety is absolutely my concern. The aspect of identifying a certain population of federal law enforcement officers that we have in our facilities, I did discuss earlier with that all our employees in the Federal Bureau of Prisons are correctional workers first. They perform a detention mission no matter what their duties are. And in fact, many within the facility started as correctional officers and then moved into positions. Others were direct hires, as you would expect, for example, nurses or those. The practice of identifying within a facility those operationally necessary positions that must be manned for running of a safe facility. The wardens do have the ability to, either through overtime or through augmentation, is to address placing the person with the right skills at that location. Now, every one of our employees has the same initial training at FLETC. In fact, today I'll be flying down there, and then to observe that, and then the same annual training requirements, weapons requirements. You should expect of a warden, and the experiences that our wardens had, is that they place those with more experiential learning. For example, if somebody grew up as a correctional officer and is now a counselor, that they would identify that person to a certain post compared to another post.
But that's not always happening. I mean, we have recent reports that you have all types of non-custody officers being asked to supervise dangerous inmates. And so are you saying that the decision is unilaterally that of the warden?
In representative, they're supervising dangerous inmates in the performance of their primary duties as well, whether it's in food service, whether it's in the health center, whether it's in an education class. They all perform that detention mission. There are some systems in which they divide correctional officers from non-custodial staff. And so, for example, if there was an education class, there would be a correctional officer standing there as well. We do not do that in the federal system. Everybody is a correctional worker first.
Well, I'm just going to tell you that I've met with a number of these from my home state of Louisiana. They're not comfortable with that assignment. Many of them feel like they're endangered, and I think they have good reason to be. Can you inform the committee the total number of assaults on Bureau of Prison staff committed by an inmate in 2017?
I do not have that at the top of my head. I know that we are on a 3-year downward trend. The number, I believe, I'll get you the exact number. It's in the 100 to 200 range, if my recollection is correct.
I appreciate that. Very quickly, the Federal Correctional Institute in Oakdale in South Louisiana is in my district.
Yes.
They're currently scheduled to lose about 77 positions, all of which are currently vacant. Why have those positions not been filled?
So and I've gone back 10 years to look at this. So the manning policies for the Bureau of Prison is there's the budgeting side that has budgeted us approximately at 89 to 91% of our manning. Our manning documents always had that 10% over as a method by which it gave flexibility to the wardens. The positions were never funded, and the vacant positions, though vacant positions could switch, the total aggregate number did not switch. So what has been directed from the 2017 spend plan and has already actually been action at department level is that we are making the authorization, the budget authorization, having our manning documents match that. So as I did in my opening statement, the removal from our manning documents, these positions are not real people. It's a shift in how we are doing personnel management at facilities.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, the folks down there are greatly concerned about it. They think it's a dangerous situation, and I agree with them. So